can't actually see.
I've been in a few rings over the years.
You're holding the load, and it's only the fabric in between that is then filling it in and allowing us to capture that volume of air inside. And those load tapes are the structural elements to it. So a special shape balloon normally has the same constructional load tapes, and they're normally hidden inside the balloon. And then we're able to create a series of baffles and a series of other panels that then create the shape and hold the shape of the balloon at the outside. And it's not like watching it on the weather in the news. What we do is we actually get a report from the Met Office that gives us the precise wind speeds and wind directions at various heights, up sometimes to 10,000, approximately where we're going to fly. And we then check from where we're taking off, look downwind and look if there are any obstacles or restricted areas, because there are certain places we're not allowed to fly. All right, and because obviously you and I talk quite a lot because we're both quite big fans of these little one-man planes. And I believe you actually also are the sort of what I would call the major domo when it comes to the cloud hopping community. And you write the monthly newsletter and let everyone around the world know what's going on in cloud hopping. Is that right? Going to come together here. Now that's perfectly okay. The balloons are perfectly possible to bounce off each other. They're soft, they're gentle, there's only 12 psi inside them. So it's like a giant game of ballooning pinball.
Up together.
And there goes Richard again. Trying to get the crowd to give him a helping hand there. And he's going to go off and see
That's an awesome photo.
what wind he can find up there.
See his eye?
Yeah.
So we have our pair of frogs. And there are times sometimes when you can be becalmed, where you don't actually get any wind at all, which is fine, it's not too bad, as long as you're not hovering over something that's not nice. One of the things we don't like, particularly, are power lines.
Like one of the attacking bombs in the field or something, that's quite a big explosion. But the defenders are firing off anti-aircraft fire. No risk for that. Really is just a case of luck to see whether they hit anything and whether the attacking aircraft are hit and manage to avoid it. More bombs striking along. That can be an issue for the beginning aircraft when they try to land. Luckily most of the aircraft don't leave the tarmac runway, they can operate on the grass strip, so and fly on the grass as long as the grass is flat and even. of international paramilitary expeditions, including the famous Continental crossing of the infamous Darien Dutch. He's a keen mountaineer and all-round naturalist. All-round naturalist, in particular with machines such as the multi-engine de Havilland Heron, which he also flew on oil support in the Persian Gulf. Now let's give him a wave on his final fly past. His hand is out of the cockpit there. Brendan O'Brien and that's a classic Homebuild story. The Pitts Special first flew as long ago as September 1944 as a 90 horsepower custom-built aerobatic single-seater. It's named after its designer, Curtis Pitts. And not many aircraft were produced, it was designed for home building. But in the early 70s, I think it was 1972, the American national team competed at the World Aerobatic Championships in France and won the men's, the women's and the team categories flying in specials, and that really got the Pitts Special. It became the mount of choice for all aerobatic competitions. Oh, look at that there, that's a negative G push, like we saw Chris Dessler doing, but a bit more vigorous, a bit higher speed. So eventually the Pitts was superseded at unlimited level competitions by the high performance monoplanes like the Zvins, the Sukhois, Cat, Yaks. But Pitts Specials are still often seen in competitions on landing. Which obviously loves it. Having spent all that time resting in this new like just plummeting like a falling leaf. Still pockets going down there. I believe what this display will be like when it's got the two jet engines. It will be awesome! Pitts Special is still in production. Plans can be bought for around £100 if you want to build the whole thing yourself. There's that negative G push he's doing once again. Oh, he's a glutton for function. And you can also have factory produced models as well. When I say models, it is the real thing. Several of the early models of the Pitts had a picture of a skunk on them. And they were referred to as stinkers. Height. Now torque rolling, so that rolling is just because of the torque of the engine and propeller, not the aileron inputs. He's disappeared into his smoke trails. Where is he going to emerge? There he is, still falling. Tumbling like a falling leaf. His sponsor, Anana, has been with him for some time. Anana delivers innovative, world-leading customer experience technology to iconic brands across the world. So let's show our appreciation for the Muscle Pitts flown by Rich Goodwin.
only 135 of those ever built. There are only 6 in existence in the world. So here the team comes from left to right in Vic formation. The Vic formation being formed were used in the early part of the battle to attack bombers. A very useless formation because it requires no fighters to be around, but it does allow you to concentrate 24 machine guns onto your target. Here they come from left to right. Power of their engines when combined together is about the same as that of a Mark I battle Spitfire. It's a glorious sound when put together. Starts wobbling, the next one out will wobble more, and so on and so on. It's like a carousel. And they're making this look super easy. It is not easy at all. That is beautiful and perfect. Do take a photograph. And although really a training aircraft, 20 of them were sold to the Persian army for use as counter-insurgency aircraft and were fitted with Vickers machine guns. Breaking! There's Nigel Lennon, the Moth Maiden, so you can bring up the rear, bring a half-demon. Wonderful symmetry on that one burst. Beautiful piece of flying. Written by Jonathan Elvis. Next up is the Haviland Boy, 6-1, written by Paul Ravel. Then Time the Leader, 4-1, written by Jeff Milson. And it's Tiger Feet, written by Robin Russell. Then it's Easy Squeezy at 3-1, written by Nigel Lennon. Then we have Son of a Gun at 11-2, written by Tom Milson. Then it's Old and Goldie, 40-1, written by Mike Crazy. Bring up the rear, it's Speedy Morning at 10-1, written by Jerry Rendell. And finally, Wind in the Wires, the 20-1 outsider, written by Duncan Dean.
The open engine, the open wire work at the back, and of course the tremendous, so partly the sound of course distinguishes them as well. 2 different engines, Bell 47 flying the piston engine line rolling, and whilst behind it, the Western Scout with the Rolls-Royce cylinders.
Well, I have to say I must claim some responsibility for Sainty being here, because I see that he said he was inspired into loving aviation while attending the Sunderland Air Show as a youngster aged 9. And I was actually the commentator there at the time, so there we are. I'll take it.
during this display, he'll experience G-forces ranging between -3 and +9G. And with +9G, he won't be able to lift his arm, but because of his position of his hands, he'll still be able to control the aircraft.
You can see there's smoke coming out, so they release that on exit. They'll be free falling initially for about 10 to 15 seconds, and they'll be aiming for a height of about 5,000 feet. And they'll pull their canopies. So Flight Sergeant Bruce is giving them instructions through their intercoms, advising them how to get into their position. So what they'll be aiming to do initially is to get into a snake formation, and that is achieved by a 180-degree turn. And as you can see, they're all nicely in place. So now they're doing the split. That's with the odd numbers going left and the even numbers going right. So this is now forming the crisscross. They have to again be incredibly careful. So now they are working into the carousel. Now you may be able to see Sergeant Mike Davis, who is separate to the carousel right now. And he is carrying the RAF sign. So what the parachutists are doing right now is they have an opposite number. So they will be keeping an eye on them and mirroring what they're doing. That will allow them to stay in perfect formation. So they'll have to do lots of minor adjustments to make sure that they are on plan. And you can hear Flight Sergeant Bruce giving them the instructions. So now what they're doing is getting into the saber chase, and this is the final move of the display before they land. It's essentially another snake, but it's so that they use dynamic turns, so they will position perfectly for the drop zone. And as you can see, Sergeant Mike Davis, slightly separate to the group, and he is just keeping an eye on them so that he lands afterwards. So they're making sure that everybody is in good formation, so extra instructions being given. So they're in control, and they're also speaking to the drop zone safety officer still, just to make sure that the conditions are as expected. So again, they'll be making lots of minor adjustments, ensuring that their height and clearance between each of the other parachutists is of a safe distance. It won't be long before they're landing. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can hear them right above the drop zone, so put your hands together for a big round of applause. Lots of encouragement, they'll be able to hear you. Coming in, we have Flight Sergeant James Bruce, Sergeant Gary Nicholson, Sergeant Brooke Stebbings, Sergeant Bobby Manari, Sergeant Ben Sammett, and Sergeant Doug McCall. And massive round of applause for our flagman today, Sergeant Mike Davis. Give him a big wave. The weight of the flag does add some difficulty, but he will have trained to allow for that. Big round of applause.